Hi, it's Mike Stephenson here. In this video, we're going to talk about a question from a customer who asked us about how they can fix a logic app standard if it got set to a disabled state. So in Turbo 360, we have an autocorrect feature that can help you with this, and we're going to take a look at that. So over here in my Turbo 360 instance, I've got a demo where I'm going to look at this application here. And with Logic App Standard, you can add both the application and the workflow to the Turbo 360 app. In this video, we're going to focus on looking at the Logic App level resource. So if we open this up, you can see I've got my Logic App here. And there's a couple of features we've got available. So there's some features up here for kind of operations that a support person may want to do, such as restart and stopping the application. You can see we've got some common dashboard metrics down here for things like how the application itself is running. Now, what I'm going to look at is in the monitoring section, we've got a few things that you can do here. So down the bottom, sort of from here downwards, this is all monitoring the metrics of the application. So if you want to monitor things like the CPU or number of requests or something like that, you can drive alerts based off that. But the one we're going to look at today is this status monitor. So what I've configured here is I've said if the application goes into a state that's not running, I want to trigger the alerts. The feature we're going to look at is this autocorrect. So what I can also do is say if it goes into a state that isn't running, so let's say somebody accidentally turned it off in Azure, we can autocorrect it back to running because that's what we expect it to be in. So what I'm going to do is we'll just take a look at the so we'll trigger this from Turbo 360. So if I click the stop button here, that's going to go and stop the application in Azure. Now, you could have stopped it from Turbo 360, you could have stopped it from the Azure portal, or maybe it just gets into an error state and it's not running anymore. So what will happen is Turbo 360 is monitoring behind the scenes. In a few seconds, this should kick in and detect that it's in an unhealthy state. So here you can see my icon has gone into a red state, showing me the Logic app's unhealthy. I've actually received an email notification. So you can see that over here. So the email's just a violation alert, so it tells me that we've got some apps. Now, what's interesting with Logic apps is because I stopped the app, I've also, for another video, I've got monitoring of the workflow as well. So that workflow's got into an error state because we can't read the workflows anymore. But you can, sorry, I didn't mean to do that, Mark. But you can see down here the rule fired for the app, and we've got the auto update, which is going to move it to the running state. So Turbo 360 behind the scenes is going to go and correct that Logic app back to a running state from a stopped state, and then in a second we'll see the app will go back to healthy once we recheck the monitoring after we've made the changes. And you can see there over in the corner, we just flip back to a healthy state. We're going to have a look, so we'll have a quick look at the application level feature here. So if we go to the monitoring section, and you can see we've had a couple of incidents. So because we auto corrected, these incidents automatically get closed. So I think, well, so what we're seeing here is because the Logic app stopped, it's been kind of configured. We detected it's now stopped, and also because we've got some monitoring on the workflow, because you stopped the app, we can't query the workflow anymore to check if it's healthy. So that would also trigger an alert in this case. Then we also have an up alert showing that the application's back healthy again, and we've just kind of auto corrected. And hopefully that's a really quite handy feature where people want to be able to check that the Logic apps are up and running, and if they, for some accidental reason, get turned off, we can automatically turn them back on. Thank you for listening to today's video.